Bam! Cheers, everybody. All right, so we are at Rogue Combat Club. Rogue 3.0. The gym's a little empty. Let's see, I might set up a different angle over here so you guys can kind of see what's going down. And I'm going to be putting together, shout out to Right Fit and Right Fit Sports. Of course, there's fire truck driving right by. They actually sent me out a new squat rack. So we're going to be assembling that today. And I figured what better way to do that than to live stream with you guys, hang out, see what questions you might have for me while I'm doing this, and show you around, honestly, the gym. I actually just recorded some shoppable videos on some new like supplements and some drinks that we have over here. Of course, it's not even like assembly. So of course, it's an entire parade of motorcyclists that are just rolling through. Happens right when we started the stream, you know what I mean? All right, so let's kind of get this set up so you guys can see the space I'm going to be working with here. You know what we're going to do, y'all? Bam. There we go. And what I'm going to do is let me pull up. I'm going to pull this in a little bit. Again, guys, let me know what questions you have. I'm literally just going to be hanging out and putting the squat rack together. So if you guys have questions on how it's going. Oh, what's up, AA Ron? What's going on, homie? Long time no see. How you doing? Put this over here. Bring this up. I'm thinking this is going to take me about an hour, but we will see. We're going buck wild over here right now. I'm that Irish guy. Yeah, I know you. AA Ron. You're like what? You're the first winner of our giveaway. All right. So with this, the squat rack I have highlighted, the power cage, as they have it called. It came in 2 boxes, and this has the cable crossover setup as well, which I'm really excited about. So let me pull up this over here so I can see and highlight everything. Highlight the products. I believe I also put my Body Armor Light over here too, which I'm going to be drinking on throughout this, kind of hydrating and replenishing my fluids. Now, what I'm going to do too is, I'll actually highlight the ProSource mats. Come on, motorcycles, get out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our mats to just kind of set them up. Of course, there's like a million bucks. It's going to take like 15 minutes for them to drive by, but it's a cool show, right? What I like to do, guys, is we have actually like horse stable mats for the actual equipment. But I like to put out these puzzle piece mats just to assemble it on, so it's easier to move them when it's time to move. And then, how have you been? I've been good, dude. How's the audio sound, by the way? Because I just have my laptop. I realized I didn't even bring my microphone. I do have my OBS bot 3D camera, but I didn't even set that stuff up. So I'm like piecing together the new equipment and getting the equipment set up here. I want to trip to the States this summer. Nice. Boston, Massachusetts, Maine. Stay in New Hampshire for 2 weeks. Also taught kids English in Germany for 3 weeks. Then just started college. Yeah, you're living your best life, bro. Awesome. Okay, good. Sounds like the cardio is good. We're going to put the ProSource mats together. I got a bunch of the equipment over here. We got the Bells of Steel equipment. We got another power rack. We got a bunch of stuff over here, guys. And of course, these bikes have to move. What's going on, guys? So let's get the boxes laid out, and let's get this stuff assembled. Man, I did not know it was going to be like Bike Central today. All right. So here's what I've learned, guys. This is a pro tip from putting together more and more equipment. Keep the boxes and make sure you have everything. You're doing a $2,000 giveaway. What's that, Matt? Yeah, dude. See, I'm giving away $2,000, man, in $2,000 Amazon gift card. Once we hit 2,000 followers on the Coach Mike and Gina's channel, we're going to be giving away $2,000. So go to the link tree. I put it below so you can get signed up. And just make sure I know you're already following, but to be qualified to enter, you have to be following the channels. So that's a big piece. Now let's open this puppy up. See what comes in here. I just realized I don't have my box cutter in here, so I'm gonna have to get my box cutter. BRB, y'all, let's check it. Box cutter, where are you? We're gonna use another super versatile tool instead. All right, y'all. Got a little paint can scrape open. Okay, are you close to 2,000? Yeah, I'm at like 1345 or so. So not super close. We're a little bit away, but it's really in the long run like pretty close, honestly. Let's see. Just lift this up on its side so I can get the tape open. Gina's at, I believe, like 1,600 and change. So if you want to, share the link, the giveaway link with friends. You can invite people. You also get bonus entries when you share it with people because we're tracking all that stuff. So it kind of helps you out when you do that. Bam. I was actually watching, I want to say it was like a YouTube video on this like piece of equipment, how it's like one of the most versatile pieces of like equipment for not only painters, but just like laborers, construction people in general. You can do so much with it, which for sure. Like opening up boxes, for example. So I'm going to open it up and just get an idea of what I've learned, keeping the manual handy. Last time, I'll be honest with you guys, when I put the other Right Fit power rack together without the cable crossovers, when I was laying the cable through it, I actually put it in wrong and frayed the cables. But they were actually really cool about it, and they sent me out new ones. And I was like, hey, guys, I love your stuff. You want to work with me? They're like, yeah. So they actually transparently hooked me up with this as a sponsorship. So shout out to Right Fit. I'm really excited to be able to have this as the gym arsenal. We have a sled over here. This over. And I have this, pretty much everything you guys are going to see here, we have in the carousel. All the gym equipment I wanted to have in the carousel. So if you guys have questions, you want me to dig into stuff, just let me know. I'm just really excited to get this like put together. Yeah, definitely don't also learn from others. Don't cut it to your hands. It's kind of obvious. But. And then I'm going to continuously check the chat once I get the box itself open. So my goal, guys, is to get this entire thing. Maybe it's a lofty goal. I don't know. Is to get this whole thing put together, or at least a majority of it done during this stream. So I'm going to be streaming for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And the game plan is having this whole thing done. And what I really like about so far, even just using the other Right Fit squat rack, it has a lat pull down attachment, it has a landmine attachment. It also obviously is just a regular squat rack and a power rack, which has very easy J hooks to maneuver with. It also comes with the not only the J hooks, but it also has like the extension. It has a pull up component to it. Has different grips on the pull up bar. So it has some really cool variables and features for a home gym especially, man. Like it's a great option. And this is even in our strength conditioning space for our fight gym. And I don't even want to call it just a fight gym because I would say like 90%, maybe 80% of the members of the gym here at Rogue Combat Club aren't going to fight. You know, like they're maybe going to compete in some jiu-jitsu. Maybe they'll do a point tournament in Muay Thai, but other than that, they're not going to really like get into that fighter life. But it doesn't mean you can't have quality training and equipment. This is ultimately my point. This is where a knife would come in handy, just because the way this thing is set up, of course. Dude, already I'm getting frustrated. Well, I gotta be honest, I'm already frustrated because I don't have the right equipment. And that doesn't do with right fit. It's completely on me for not having my knife. All right, here we go. All right. I'm sure the chat's kind of going right now, but let me just finish opening this and I'll check the chat. I'll get some music playing. It's hot as F in here too. I also did 2.5 hours of jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai prior to this, so I'm sweating. I'm hungry. I even had a little bit of a snack. I had a banana and protein. I might have to take a yogurt break. We're so close. There it is. Good. All right. Now we can open it. There we go. It's got all the tools, all the equipment. Now I can check the chat. So satisfying assembling something and seeing the progress. Yeah, dude. That for sure it is, Aaron. And it's also satisfying just hanging out with you guys, being here and all that. Having people to hang with while I'm doing it. And then what's going on, Chris? And I love your podcast. I'm like, thanks, dude. You have a lot of gym space. Yeah, the other day I followed Professional Goddess. I love listening to her podcast. Yeah, man, she's got a great podcast. I think Gina's going to be on the podcast too. We'll see. But if you guys hang around to the end, not only you'll see the squat rack put together, but I'm also, at the end of this stream, I'm going to give you guys a tour of the gym space itself. We got this. Got the actual nuts and bolts that we need. Technically comes with the Allen wrench and key wrenches that we need. But I also brought my own toolkit just to be prepared. They also got a nice little exercise chart. Okay, Right Fit, I see you. So in case you guys aren't a coach or you don't work with a coach, they actually give you a nice little exercise kind of poster to run with, which is pretty cool. Got so many variations. And again, that's what I like because it has the adjustable cable columns. You got crossovers. You got so many movements we can do. I'm so hyped about this. Hype city. I'm also hyped transparently to be down and just relax for the rest of the day. Okay. So let's start with, and again, the manual, I'll show you guys this so you can kind of see. Take the time to read the manual, man. And it even says, before you begin, go through this. Please review the drawing below and familiarize yourself with the parts that are labeled. So we've got to know what this stuff is and how we want to lay it out. Definitely an important piece. Let's see. I appreciate that, by the way, Chris. Thank you for the support, homie. And then if you guys got questions on all the other equipment I have here, feel free to let me know. While I'm mostly focusing on putting the Right Fit squat rack together, we got a bunch of really cool stuff here. I'll happily touch on it and dig into it and break it down with my thoughts as best I can. I'm also going to highlight my laptop since that's what I'm using here. Where did I put the laptop? Here we go. Got the MacBook Air. All right, parts list. What are we starting with? Frames, boom. Going through all the pieces. First, we are going to get our base. We're going to get the two bases and the cross beam set up so we have our foundation. That's an important piece. So we got our cables, we got our landmine attachment. That's what I'm also really excited about is like all the aspects to this. It's like everything you need in one. As far as a home gym, even for the commercial gym, which is why I was really excited when I was kind of communicating with Right Fit and putting this together. So that's all the top pieces. I'm curious, what do you guys think, though? When you're putting stuff like this together, give me some tips here, because like I am not a mechanically inclined person. I'm more of like using the equipment. I don't love putting the equipment together. What I find too is sometimes I'll rush through this stuff, and then when I rush, make a mistake like I did, honestly, very transparently. I was rushing with the other version of this squat rack without the cable crossovers. Came out great, but with the lat pull down attachment, I was rushing. Because I was rushing, I actually put the cable in wrong, and it frayed the cable. But Right Fit was super cool about it. They're like, yo, we got you. And they were happy to send out a new cable. Let's see, what you got going on, A-Round? Yeah, for sure, dude. And I feel like for the price point, man, for under $1,000, for like $700, this is such a great find in my opinion. All right. CC machine. Yeah. Like that. Okay. I always like to lace out the main cables too to wrap my mind around how this is going to be positioned and the spacing of it. So we want base with the legs, base, and I got to figure out the screws. So this is going to also be another part of the cable for a crossover with a lat pull down feature probably. I can tell because we got our little wheel right here. And this we can tell again with the way the holes are set up. There's going to be another side column. And with the wheels, this is probably where the cables are going to go. With crossover attachments. Oh, okay. Oh, come on. That's that, dude. Right away, one of the pieces already came undone. But that's the one thing I don't agree with. I'll tell you guys right off the bat. I just started opening this for Right Fit. And this is what's cool about them. They're like, hey, man, give us feedback. Like, so, okay, so this makes sense. It looks like the screw on the other side just came undone. So the wheel on this part is just all messed up, which is not honestly good. Now I got to worry about having all this stuff properly positioned. That means there's a loose piece elsewhere. So this is the only thing I'm not a huge fan of. Is this kind of piece. This side. This side. Now I gotta be like, how did this go? How is this put together? I get to play this piecing it together game, which is annoying. I'm already annoyed. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm already annoyed. All right, so we're gonna pull this out. We're gonna save this for later, but I'm already a little pissed off. Come on, man. Within 2 minutes, like this stuff wasn't even like assembled. Not assembled, but like, come on. Set me up for success here, at least. Like on one side, you can see it was properly kind of put in place. On the other side, you can see there's got to be a loose nut somewhere, which is no bueno. Now I gotta hunt down this loose nut. I'm gonna just put this up here off to the side. But again, it's helpful to like know, like, all right, this is what's here. This is gonna be the base leg. I can already tell from the feet positioning. Let's check the comments here. I'm gonna get like so caught up in this. I'm gonna make sure I don't forget to just check the comments. I'm going to be sipping on my body armor light here as we go through this. Of course, I already popped something off. This is where I get to be patient, y'all. Work on my patience. It's almost like I think I should just honestly pay somebody else to put this together. This is where I'm regretting. I might just have somebody else from the gym like, listen, can I just pay you to put this together? I don't want to do it. I'm gonna be honest. We got one leg. Now we're gonna find the other leg. Here we go. Here's the other leg. What alarm? What? What do you got now? Ooh, that's my reminder to get the Powerball ticket today. Who's buying Powerball lottery tickets? It's like 1.6 whatever billion. Crazy number, right? Normally, I don't even bother wasting my time and or money, but when it's that kind of number, like, all right, it's worth a little roll of the dice, you know what I mean? All right, so we got our base legs. Let's move this stuff over. Oh. Hanging off the puzzle piece mat. So I'm using my ProSource Fit mats just to kind of have it off the floor so I'm not scratching up the floor either, which is a big piece because when you just get like a brand new gym space, brand new flooring that's just been done, last thing you want to do is scratch it all up, right? My Body Armor Life here. Hydration, all that goodness. What else? Okay. So this over. So here's how this part's set up. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got. So we're gonna have it here. This is definitely not the crossbeam that I wanted. Put that back. But these are definitely the legs that I wanted. So we're gonna kind of have it set up here. Let's make sure they're facing the right way. That's one thing I've learned. Don't rush. Make sure the stuff is facing the right way. So we got 4, 2 crossbeams, 4, 2 crossbeams. Okay. We're gonna have one here. And then the bottom's not gonna have those kind of crossbeams set up. Over, boom, and then I'll do another 2 over here. Another 2 over here. I got this one and this one. Okay. These are going like this. These are going like this. Now we need the cross beam going across. Now give me the true size layout. So now let's figure out which one's the cross beam. It's got the 2 holes, which I feel like I might have opened before. It's not this one. Part number 7. Now, I would recommend having another person doing this instead of just doing it solo like I am. Probably not the best move. I think this is actually the cross beam right here. Look at that, yeah. Cross beam, boom, boom, boom. All right. So this will give us a kind of a spatial layout. So I know how wide this sucker is going to be. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Boom. Now we get to figure out the screws that we're using. I'm going to come over here and check on the chat too. How we doing over here, y'all? How you guys doing? Talk to me about questions or anything like that in the chat if you guys got them. If we got any. If not, that's cool too. Hopefully my battery doesn't die. What do you guys think? All right, so we're going to need... So here's the thing I would suggest to Right Fit or any kind of like company that has assembled stuff like this is like, it has this nice breakdown, but usually what will happen on the back, it'll have like which nut and bolt is which, but they don't have this here. It has it in the book. It would be nice to say like, oh, okay, this is the number 12, this is the number 7, this is the number 6, which would make life so much easier and less of a guessing game. They don't have that. So one piece of feedback, Right Fit, get that. Now, what I remember from before is I put this over here, I'm going to move these, and have these little spacers. All right, there we go. Got our spacers. So I'm going to do one spacer on each side. Got these. I'll stick that little in the bottom brace, bolt, washer, and nut. So we need a 10 times 70. See, so yeah, there's going to be 28 of those. So that's like pretty much all of them. All right, so actually this isn't that bad because it's literally the same bolt. It looks like it's being used for pretty much everything. All right, that's not bad. It's a little bit less squirrely and confusing. Pretty much the same nut, same washer. All right, I take back what I was saying, Right Fit. It's literally the same bolt, washer, and nut pretty much for everything. And then there's a pretty obvious distinction in size for the rest. But it would still be helpful if you had this labeled as like A or B or C. Like it says C in the notes, but on the actual piece right here, it would be helpful if you guys had like A, B, C. Let me just grab my iPad and iPhone so I can see the comments over here as well. And if you guys want to drop anything in the comments, feel free to. I'm checking it. I got it open. Like, Chris, I see you, dude. Did you read my messages? How are you doing? Yeah, dude, I saw you're talking about the messages in the chat, right? Unless you texted me. Doing good, man. And yeah, dude, I appreciate the love for the podcast with Anna as well as for us. It means a lot. How you doing, dude? Let's see if I can open this. Maybe not. Maybe not. Where's that paint scraper? There we go. Bring this puppy down here. Bring this puppy down here. Open this stuff kind of up. There we go. There we go. And then, yeah, man, other than getting a little frustrated already, doing good. So it looks like we're going to have 2 C's, and we're going to have an F and an E, so that means we're going to have washer and a nut. So I'm going to put this one here. Then we're going to have the washer and the nut on the other side. Boom. Boom. There we go. Washer, get the nut. I'm going to open all this stuff up. 2 washers. Boom. Washer. Washer. Nuts over here. And I'm like, so what I like to do, guys, is I don't even tighten everything up super tight. I literally just get it on just to make sure, because I've definitely had it where like I've rushed or like put it in the wrong place. And then you gotta like superly untighten everything and back it all out, which is not fun. I'm just gonna kind of piece it up to visually get a layout. Like for example, I already missed putting this spacer on the backside since I was just so focused on getting the nuts. So I'm gonna already loosen it, take the washer off, take the nut off. Spacer on first, then pop this through here. Pop this through here. Boom. Yeah, this is where like having another person would be helpful. All right, now we got at least one side. Let's see. Questions. Doesn't look like we got any other questions. All right. Let's get the spacer on the other side. Same thing. More bolts, more washers, more nuts, all that good stuff. All right. Now, also highlight, since even though I'm doing like the fitness stuff, I'm gonna highlight. It's actually my daughter's iPad right now. I don't know if you guys can tell, so I'll highlight the iPad we have here, and I'll highlight my iPhone as well. Wait for it. We got some of the electrolyte drinks and all this other stuff I was drinking. I just shot some shoppable videos on. So if you guys have questions on that, also feel free to let me know. I'm glad they dig into it. Let's open this up. All right, so we got step 1 done. So there's the instructions start on page 8. Let's see how many pages there are. All right, so it goes from page 8 to page 19. So we got 11 pages of instructions and steps. Already, I'm like, getting frustrated. So now we got our base legs where we're going to attach the weight storages or weight anchors onto. And let me pull out. Some of this I actually might want to tighten. And what I will say, it seems that like they give you the basic stuff that you do need, so you don't necessarily need other equipment. But from my experience, it's always helpful to have an additional like toolkit with you, just to have other pieces that are harder for them to ship. That you don't necessarily need, but like a socket wrench, for example, that I'm going to get right now. It'll be helpful to tighten this stuff up. Like I'm going to tighten the base up because I know I don't need to mess with anything else over here. Let's see if I got the right. Bigger. 2. There we go. All right. Dude, where's my socket? Oh, tell me. Oh. This is where I'm going to throw my wife under the bus. This is where I'm going to tell her, dude, you can't take my tools, man. If you take my stuff, you got to put it back. Also, I didn't check my stuff to make sure everything was in here that I needed. So it's on me, man. What else? All right, so I'm going to listen to a book while we're going through this. So it seems like the chat might be a little quiet. So while we're doing this, might as well listen to a book that I've been listening to, which also, you can get this on Amazon. If you guys have questions, I'll be checking the chat. Guys, I gotta be honest. Not having my socket wrench. Dude, this is a great book, by the way. Untethered Soul. Shout out to my coach, Eric Uros. He's a coach I've been working with for many, many years. Great recommendation.
Just as you effortlessly look outside and see all you see, you will eventually sit far enough back inside to see all your thoughts and emotions, as well as out. All of these objects are in front. The thoughts are closer in, the emotions are a little further away, and
I'll highlight the other.
behind it all, you go so deep that you realize that's where you've always been. At each stage of your life, you have seen different thoughts, emotions, and objects before you. But you have always been the conscious receiver of your thoughts. Now you are the center of consciousness. You are behind everything, just watching. That is your freedom. Take everything else away, you're still there, aware that everything is gone. Take the center of awareness away, and there's nothing. That center is the seat of center. From that seat, you are aware that there are thoughts and emotions that have worked on your senses. But now you are aware that you're aware. That is the seat of Buddhist self. The Hindu Atma, the Judeo-Christian soul. The great mystery begins once you take that seat. Chapter 4. The lucid self. There is a
The
time
lucid self.
in which you know that you're free. If you fly in the dream, you know that you're flying. You think, hey, look, I'm dreaming that I'm flying. I'm going to fly with it. You are actually conscious enough to know that you're flying and free, and that you're dreaming. That's very different from regular dreaming, where you are fully immersed in the dream. This distinction is exactly the difference between being aware that you are aware in your daily life and not being aware. When you are aware being, you no longer become completely immersed in the events around you. Instead, you remain inwardly aware that you are the one who's experiencing both the events and the corresponding thoughts and emotions. When a thought is created in this state of awareness, instead of getting lost in it, you remain aware that you are the thoughts that you thought. You are lucid. This raises some very interesting questions. If you are the indwelling being who is experiencing things, then why do these different levels of perception exist? When you are seated in the awareness of self, you are lucid. Where are you when you are not seated up inside the self to be the conscious experience?
I think we got like 15, maybe 20 more minutes, y'all,
Consciousness has the ability to do
before I've had an hour up, and I'm barely scratching the surface. So I would say this is probably more like a 2-hour solo project. But if you have somebody, it'd probably go a lot faster because they could be working on the next piece. Just my 2 cents.
concentrate on what I'm saying.
So with that being said, let's get into the next part. So now we're going to add in columns for our weight storage. Let's check to see if I have any missing comments here. Did I miss anything? So what I'm building right now, Chris, is a squat rack, which I have on the Coach Mike channel. If you want to see it, jump onto the Amazon Coach Mike channel, and you'll see the squat rack that I'm building by Right Fit. So now we have that beam, putting that down. It's going to be our shoulder column. All right, so these are our spotter arms. That's a pull up. Maybe another. This I'm going to say, perfect. Is that actually what I want? Yeah, this is what we want, y'all.
But it's still the same awareness, whether it is focused on the outside or on your
There we go.
The key is that consciousness has the ability to concentrate on different things. The subject of consciousness has the ability to selectively focus
So
on
I'm going to go with, again, we want
If you step
4
back,
C's, 1,
you will
2,
clearly
3,
see that
4,
objects are constantly
washer, and nut.
emotional, and physical. If you do not center, your consciousness invariably gets attracted toward one or more of those objects and focuses them. If it concentrates enough, your sense of awareness loses itself in the object. It is no longer aware that
This is going in here.
it just becomes object awareness.
Boom.
Have you ever noticed that when you're deeply
And we're
absorbed
going
in
to
watching
do,
TV, you have no awareness of where you're sitting and what else is going on? The
we're
TV
going to do a short one.
we're examining how our
I'll worry about that later, but first let's bolt them down.
to being lost in the objects we're focused on. The difference is
Now let's see, Chris, what kind of questions you
getting
got?
absorbed in the TV. You're sitting
This
in
is
the center
cool.
of
Your gym has a lot of space. Yeah, man.
mind, emotions,
Ashley and Luna, man, they're doing good. And yeah, dude, I'm really fortunate. It's not just my space. It's Rogue Combat Club has a martial arts gym here in Asheville, North Carolina. And I'm just fortunate that, I got the opportunity to sponsor the gym space. So I got to hook them up with equipment, get to utilize it, add value for the members, and also get to use it myself for streaming and whatnot. So it's a win-win, in my opinion, for everybody involved. Those are my favorite kind of scenarios, creating win-wins for people. And the washer. And I will stop by and say hi, Mike, if that's okay. Yeah, dude, 100%. I would love for you to come by and say hey and see the space, man. It's in Asheville, North Carolina. Let me know if you're in the area.
Sight, sound, taste, smell, and touch, as well as your feelings and your thoughts. But you are really sitting quietly inside looking out at those objects. Just as the sun does not need its position in the sky to illuminate an object in its region, so consciousness does not need its center to project awareness onto form thoughts and emotions. If you ever want to recenter, just start saying.
It's definitely an amazing place to train, man. I'm super grateful.
Then notice that you are aware.
You've been to North Carolina before? That's awesome.
That's just another thought.
It's a cool place for sure, man. I love it down here.
That is your receiver center consciousness. Now let's move from the small screen to big. Let's study consciousness using the example. Let yourself get drawn in. It's part of the experience of watching a movie. Without it, you use two senses, seeing and hearing. And it's very important that these senses synchronize. Get it involved. Imagine watching a James Bond soundtrack in a single. Instead of getting drawn into visual, you would remain very aware that you're sitting and something was wrong. But because soundtracks and scenes are always synchronized perfectly.
Real through, very beautiful. Yeah, man, it's awesome. Especially in the western part in Nashville, where all the mountains and stuff. It's really beautiful.
It's actually quite phenomenal to contemplate the difference between the experience of sitting next to strangers in a Walmart theater versus being so absorbed in the movie that you are totally unaware of your surroundings. In fact, with an engaging film, you may go for the full 2 hours without any awareness. So the synchronization of sight and sound is very important if your consciousness is to become absorbed in the movie. Now that's just two of your senses. What will happen when your experience both feel, smell, and taste? Imagine that you're experiencing a film in which someone is eating and you taste what they taste and smell what they smell. You would surely get caught in that. The sensory input is doubled.
It looks like it's cloudy outside. Yeah, it's definitely cloudy, a little dreary. It's all good. It's all great, everybody, man. But I think I got like 10 more minutes, man. Because I only set, I budgeted an hour, which maybe wasn't the most realistic time for this. So, yeah, I'm probably only going to be here for an hour. And then I'm going to have to come back either tomorrow or most likely Monday to finish putting this together. No, I'm not on tomorrow. I'm going to come back. If I do come back tomorrow, I will stream it. But I'm trying to make sure I have Sundays for myself. But I'll definitely be back on Monday. And by I say myself, I mean for my family and just having a day to recharge. And if I choose to be here because it really I want to be, it's going to fill my cup, then I'll do it. But other than that, probably won't.
With this movie experience, you're hearing, seeing, tasting, and seeing the character's emotions, and thinking the character's thoughts. The character says, "I'm so nervous. Should I ask you to?" And suddenly, this inner wills of itself. Now we have full dimension of the experience. 5 physical senses.
All the senses.
Imagine going to that movie and getting plugged in. Careful, that would be the end of you as you know yourself. There will be no object of consciousness that is not synchronized with the experience. Any place your awareness falls will be part of the movie. Once the movie has control of the thoughts, it's over. There's you in there saying, "I don't like this movie. I want to leave."
Yeah, I totally got family comment on. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know, Chris. You know.
As scary as it sounds, that is your view of life. Because all of the objects you're aware of are sacred. You get sucked in and are no longer aware of your separate experiences. The thoughts and the emotions are the same sound. It all comes in. Your consciousness gets totally absorbed. Unless you are fully seated in this consciousness, you're not back there being aware of your experiences. This is what it means to be lost. The lost soul is the consciousness that is drawn to the place where one hears thoughts.
Oh, nice. Watching some college football. I like it. I'm going to tighten this up. I'm going to add the storage pieces in. I think I might pause it this time. We got 2 pages of like 11 in. I'd rather, what I learned from doing it last time, don't just force through and then rush and make mistakes. It's take your time and do it properly. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's get our storage piece in. So now we've got text 20.
It is the same center of awareness that was
We got 4 of them.
sensory. Now something turns on. Immediately, Bond's thoughts and emotions are replaced with your own set of thoughts and emotions. You're back to thinking that you're a 40-year-old woman. All the thoughts match. All the emotions match. Everything looks like, smells like, tastes like, and feels like to be born. But that doesn't change the fact that it is all just something.
Go Tar Heels.
It is all just
Okay, you're a UNC fan. Chapel Hill, what's up? Yeah, dude. I'm actually like not a big college football person, honestly, but I grew up liking Michael Jordan, and at the time he was going to Chapel Hill, so like I was a big fan there. That was probably one of the only big regrets I had in life is not going to UNC Chapel Hill. I did get accepted there in high school, but out of state tuition and room and board and stuff, like I was too nervous, honestly, to take out student loans because I was really blessed and fortunate that my family, my parents were like, listen, man, we budgeted to pay for you to go to like SUNY school, and I got accepted to SUNY Stony Brook. So that was like a really great opportunity. But yeah, I didn't. I was too scared, honestly. I didn't know how to go about taking out student loans. So I ended up not doing that. Here. Oh, here we go. All right. We got our weight storage here. Weight storage here. Well, I think this is going to be my pausing point. I'm going to clean up. I love my gym. Yeah, man. Right? Who doesn't love my gym? Yeah, I love them. That is what meditation is. It is the return to simple awareness. Once you become conscious of the consciousness of self, you attain totally. You are now aware. You have become an awakened. It's really just the most natural thing. All right, so that's kind of our stopping point. I'm going to put this stuff in here, put this. We'll start getting into the actual cable pieces of that. I'm going to group all this together. Keep this here. Keep that there. Keep it all sectioned off for now. Yeah, y'all, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. So I did promise you guys, hanging out towards the end, I'm going to give you guys a gym tour. So I'm going to stop playing my book. And before I sign off, guys, you get to see a nice little gym tour. So I'm going to show you guys. You get to see a nice gym tour. So I'm going to show you guys around here. You're going to walk with me as I shut everything down. So you walk in. Again, Rogue Combat Club, Rogue 3.0. You walk in. We got 3,000 square feet of mat space. Ooh, look at those titles looking fresh. Those are just some of the new pieces of hardware we earned. You walk down here. This is where we got that strength conditioning space. Again, I still get to slowly but surely piece that up. And then bam, got our cubbies. We got our changing rooms right over here, bathrooms, showers, all that good stuff's going over here. We got it's beautiful space. Let me grab my iPad. Let me kind of clean everything up. Check the chats over here. I'm really, really proud of, shout out to Johnny Buck and just everybody here at Rogue Combat Club. I'm really proud of what Johnny's created. I'm really grateful and proud to be a part of all of this, as well as just the people that came before us to like set this up. You know, shout out to Alex and Jesse and, you know, all the people that came to just help facilitate this, because it's like a whole team. You know, it wasn't just one person. All right, so let me put this back in here. We're going to slide this, throw this back in here. Boom. My kids would love all this popping stuff. This, I'm going to slide this over this way. Scratch the doors up. We're also going to make some space for anyone that has to come by. And voila, y'all. That's really it. Throw my hoodie on, pack up my yogurt. Then I'm going to go food shopping really quick, get some snackies, and we're going to bounce out of here, y'all. Get my body light. Again, stay tuned. I'm going to upload even more shoppable content. Got some new videos done, and it's going to be it. Cheers, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back on Monday for sure, and maybe even back tomorrow.